earlier, it's like in school, we're taught we got to raise our hand to speak. We have to walk in a single file line. We have to do all these things. And then that conditioning just leads into when we become young adults, going to college or getting a job, the same thing. People are going to tell you what to do, and you don't be able to have a say so in your life because everything is conditioned and patterned. But you really can't justify how it makes sense for, like you said, to be so focused on sitting in the classroom to where you might get a degree and still only find a job making $50,000 a year. The math ain't mathing. So I think a lot of times we have to look at a different paradigm shift as far as the most efficient way to educate ourselves. See, there's different kinds of education, and just going to class does not determine your success. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, once said, going to college does not guarantee success, neither does its absence ensure failure. So again, you got to really ask yourself, why are you going to school? We went to Prudential. I was talking to a lot of the parents, and they were all telling me, hey, listen, for my kid to go to college, I have to work 10 years past where I thought I was going to have to work just to get them through college. And then when we talked to some of the college students at Rutgers a few weeks back, they were all like, well, I'm just going to stay at my mom and dad until I'm like 26, 27 until I pay off this student loan debt. But here's the deal. You can ensure that your parents will keep their job for you to even have a place to lay your head. What if something happened to your parents? So people's exit strategies to pay off their student loan, the math don't matter.
Right. And also, just because Kaden is not in regular grade school doesn't mean he isn't learning. Kaden is still learning every day. He's still reading. He still does things at home with us. But also, he's learning more in the business cohorts that he's attending than he would learn if he did go to college to a professor.
So explain what that is, because some people may not know what a
Okay, so
cohort
a
is.
business cohort, it may be 4 to 6 days long. There, he has one coming up that's a week long. So you go into this cohort, they bring in the experts, the expert marketers, the expert salesmen, and you're learning these things.
CEOs.
Yeah, you're learning these things from people who are actually doing it.
So again, like we talked about earlier, if you go to school and take business administration, you got to listen to what the title is. It's business administration. It's teaching you how to administer someone else's business. It doesn't teach you entrepreneurship. It doesn't teach you business ownership. So again, you have to ask yourself this: majority of college professors that teach any kind of business class never owned a business. That doesn't pass the common sense test. It's kind of like getting marriage advice from someone who's never been married. So again, you're in a position where you have these people so-called teaching students about business, but they never owned a business. And again, they're making a teacher or a professor's salary. So it's not commensurate to what they're teaching as far as the result of a person